It is a pleasure to greet you and I welcome you to a new video. In this video we will discuss the following. Your ex writes you to know how are you. What does it mean? Let's get started. An ex is a person who at some point in your life has been someone important, so there is always a good memory. If he writes to you again, it can stir things inside you. If your ex writes you a message, it may be to start a simple conversation with you because you have been someone relevant in his life, or behind that message there is something else. In this video we are going to find out what it means if your ex writes to hear from you. 1. What does it mean for your ex to talk to you? Your ex texts you asking how you are. Is this normal? Yes, it is normal to receive a message from a person with whom you have spent time. Although it all depends on the circumstances and the content of that message. Having your ex talk to you and ask you about your life can mean many things. First, that you have been an important person in his life and therefore abruptly losing contact with you or never hearing from you again is something that does not suit his personality, and despite the fact that love has ended, it does not. He has made the appreciation he has for you. Second, it is to let you know that he is still there and that he continues to think of you. It is a way to get your attention and try to recover something with you. When your ex-partner talks to you, it is also good to assess how long it has been since they broke up. That will give you clues as to whether or not they might want something again. If the breakup is very recent, they may not have processed it yet. On the contrary, if for some time now, it has given her more time to grieve over the breakup and include you in her life in another way. 2. When your ex texts you, should you reply? Faced with this question, it is important to assess the following things. What kind of message is it? Real interest, or is there something behind? How did they end? What purpose do you think the message has? What are your expectations for this message? How do you feel responding and talking to him or her? Once you have answered these questions and according to the answers, you will realize if it is better to answer the message or not. If you have not yet overcome the breakup and you think that talking with that person is going to harm you because of what it will awaken in you, it is better that you leave the answer for later, when you feel good to face a conversation with your ex-partner. 3. How do you realize that your ex wants to come back? When your ex-partner is again attentive or attentive as during the courtship at the beginning of the relationship, perhaps it is time to think that your ex is not trying a simple friendship with you but wants to have something that goes beyond of a simple friendship. So that you can know it, social networks will help you. If you detect a change in behavior by him or her through networks perhaps, for example, put more likes, respond to publications, texts, or images that you upload on your networks, etc. 4. Signs that your ex doesn't want to get back with you. To find out whether or not your ex intends to resume the relationship they had, look for the following signs. Avoid talking about the relationship. You see that when someone brings up the subject of the relationship, or even if you do, they look for any excuse to change the subject. It makes them uncomfortable and you detect that it is not because there is still feeling but because they are in another phase of their life already. He ignores you. Perhaps you have tried to get in touch with your ex-partner and the only thing you have heard is the noise of silence. This is a clear sign that today she does not want to be part of your life anymore. She tells you. This is perhaps the clearest way to know that someone does not want to come back to you, by expressing it explicitly. If your ex-partner has made it very clear that she does not want to return, do not insist or waste time on what does not value you as you deserve. Redo your life. This is also a very clear sign that your ex-partner has already completely ended the relationship, and that he already has his life with another person. If so, try to think that in life everything happens because of something, and that if you and your ex-partner are no longer together, it is why it should not be. Prioritize yourself now, be happy with what you have, cultivate yourself, value yourself, and the rest will come, but do not focus your energy on the relationship you have with the other person. I'm glad to tell you that you don't have to wander in the dark, hoping to get lucky. Take advantage of our experience and recover the person you love. Click on the description of this video and now access the following personalized guide. Subscribe and comment. A pleasure and thank you.